Yo, it's Senora Chavez, the Motion Movement Campaign, and we are back with another YouTube. Subscribe, comment, like, share. Y'all, come on, comment. Y'all already know, I love the comments. So, we're going to do a light beat today, makeup and chill light beat, and we're going to, have our time, Queen Talk. I'm going to bring back Queen Talk Radio. But yeah, that's what we're going to do, light beat and chill today. So, but we're gonna talk. I'm gonna do my polish too. I'm gonna retouch my polish. I got some more pressed on nails or whatever. I want to tell y'all I do nails for real. Like, I do the acrylic. But the thing is, I told y'all I had a phobia of salons or whatever, but it's whatever is in that acrylic in the salons. I'm not prone to. I don't prefer to use that product. So I use light acrylics, but I can do acrylic nails. So I'm gonna open a salon. I'm gonna open a salon with natural organic nails. I used to go to this organic nail salon and I said, that's a grand idea. We need to bring that back. I love that organic nail salon because that's the only nail salon that would do my nails and it wouldn't be pain. Like, I wouldn't feel the pain. And they break though. I give you that. Them organic nails do break, but I'm gonna manifest my own acrylic that I'm gonna make, and it's gonna be organic. And it's going to be strong, whether I have to put multiple coats on or whatever it is. But I'm going to manifest that for real. So we can have a nail salon that get y'all healthy nails. All right, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to paint my nails and then I'm going to do some mascara. And then I'm going to do my face rolls. So, because I'm working on these wrinkles and stuff. So, today's chill, we're going to do light makeup and chill. I'm going to talk about drugs, y'all, because I know that's a big topic. And, I'm on this Sodom and Gomorrah series and I'm talking about the drug game and stuff like that. I'm a big boss. I'm a big gangster for real. I'm tied in for real. I know what this is. But I want to tell y'all my experience with drugs. That's what I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all because, I keep it transparent with my audience. I ain't got shit to hide. I ain't got nothing to hide. It's me. And everything that I've been through made me the big boss that I am, made me tough, made me a leader, made me confident, gave me strength, gave me wisdom, gave me enlightenment, gave me courage to stand in my truth. So I'm not going to sugarcoat or hide it. So you know how they they love to say this saying, every girl needs her college years to have, to be the hoe or whatever. I think that is so funny. I always wanted to go to college. I just, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Like, I just never liked school because I was always bullied. Star Seeds. I told y'all they do the Star Seeds dirty. But I didn't know it's because, I had the potential to be cute. I didn't get cute till after I got out of high school, but I did want to go to college. But high school, made me not want to go to college because I dealt with so much crap with the girls. They were so evil. They were evil. And it made me not want to go to college. But I had took my sister up to her college. And I experienced the same thing. And I was fine. I had a baby, though. But I was still young, pretty, and fine. Nice body. Nice tight body. I get it. So shout out to all the young mothers. It's good to have kids young because your body stay right for real. My body was nice and tight. I was looking fucking good. I was looking good. Damn good. Walk around on the campus. All the ninjas was hollering at me for real. It was litty. But the females were evil. Like, I was taking my sister bags in. And they all gang attacked me at one time. Like, they were being evil towards me. And I'm like, I don't even go to this school for real. I'm just getting this stuff together from my sister. And I don't even know how my sister, I guess my sister survived because she's not a diva. She's not like a pretty superstar diva. Like, back then, I was like on my gang stuff for real. I was wild in for real. So this is why I'm tie into the drugs and stuff. So when I was younger or whatever, I used to go to the club all the time. I used to pop pills and stuff. But not all the time. You know how you got them people who just be pill heads and they be on them beans every day. Like, I pop them occasionally to have fun, to go before the club. Y'all know how it is or whatever. That's why I'm going to make my own line of pills. Like, back then we had, it was like the Blue Dolphins. They had these pills called the Monkeys. I think they were called Monkeys. But they had so many different type of pills back then. But I wouldn't take whole ones. I take halves every now and then and be spiraling. We be having a good ass time for real. But I wouldn't suggest you take drugs because all it takes. Because I remember one time I took a pill and I had a lot of alcohol. We used to make this drink called Hunch Punch. And it used to be Amsterdam and Hawaiian Punch. So I mixed that with a pill, and one day I blacked out and had a whole out-of-body experience. And allegedly, they said I ran around the projects butt naked. I thought that was so funny. But wild times, it was fun, but I wouldn't suggest that. That's unsafe. But you know how they say every girl has their college years. I didn't go to college. You know, I went straight to the hood. I had my baby, moved to the PJs, and you know, I thugged it out. I went to work and went to school, and then on our weekends and downtimes we partied and did stuff, right? So I guess them was my college years. The hood gave me my college. Like I went to the school of hard knocks for real. And but I was just saying, you got to be careful because, they say to be absent from the body, to be absent from the mind is to be absent from the body. I know what that means now because, it's spirits that can take over your body and do whatever, and you wouldn't know. You have a whole out of body experience. And I told you this whole like Tale of Two Cities is about them taking my shell. So anytime you slip up, they can take your shell and they can have their way with you. This is how I got raped too. Because, at the time when I got raped though, that was later on in life. I wasn't doing any drugs. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just a working mother. Like I was just doing righteous. I was living a righteous life. I was doing righteous things. But, somebody caught me slipping and that's how they did that. But, that's why I tell y'all don't be careful with these recreational drugs because you don't know who you're around, what they're trying to do. And I told you how they put the powder in my water, but that's why I want to talk about the drugs or whatever. Because it's funny because I used to always be like because I got bored with life. I went through a lot, y'all. I got stories for days, but at one point in my life, they took my children from me. And it wasn't nothing that I really did. It was more so, just jealous. My baby's fathers were jealous. I had a mother figure who was jealous because I was adopted. So I had a mother figure. She was very jealous of me. She didn't like the fact that I was so independent and could take care of myself and my kids. So she was very jealous. So she was playing these schemes and these plots to like take my kids from me. Like, she was very jealous, and, like, she would do dirty deals to try to, like, sell me to her men. Like, she had men who were, like, really bums, and they couldn't afford me. So she'd do everything she could to, like, humiliate me and, like, make me less than so I could accept the bums that she set up for me and that she courted for me. She was evil. She still is evil to this day. I don't like this lady. But, the universe showed me my power. And they showed me, okay, everybody who try to touch you, put hands on you, and set you up for these evil deeds and stuff, they going to get their karma. And she gets her karma. She getting her karma. I'm just waiting for her to hit the grave. I ain't going to lie. I want her to hit the grave. But, the universe has perfect timing for everything. So I'm being patient with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, it could be things that unseen that they're protecting me from. And they're using her. One thing I learned. They use evil to protect the starseeds. It's the irony, right? But it's really, how the biblical way of saying this, I always translate the Bible. But the biblical way of saying, they say all things work for good. I feel like all evil works in the balance. Everything they do to go against me, it makes me stronger, wiser, better, enlightened, and just a leader or overall everything. Like everything that I wanted to be. All the evils that they did allowed me to be that. So I'm grateful for the evils. Evils will allow you to live. Y'all know evil backward is live. So evils will allow you to live. And I quote Senora Chavez. I'm trying to tell you. So she was one of the evils that allowed me to live. But between her taking all my, taking my kids and stuff, I was so, lonely and bored. And I was like, dang, I wish I had a boyfriend I could ride around all day and do drugs with and go shopping. I used to want this bad because I was like, I ain't got nothing else going on for myself. I felt like that. I was like, I ain't got nothing going on for myself. Like, and that's what I used to want to do. I was like, I want to ride around. And it's funny because, like, I didn't do, like, my children's father, I used to ride around and do drugs with them. But not like that. Like, it's drug addicts. I'm in the hood. I don't know if y'all know, like, what this hood life is like. But it's girls who do these drugs every day. But they got the stamina and the endurance to take them drugs. And their bodies look like drug addicts, though. I never been a drug addict. My children's fathers are not drug addicts either. But we did recreational drugs. I know everybody do that. When you go clubbing, when you do your thing, you have recreational drugs. So it was occasional. We wasn't doing that all the time. And we were responsible adults because we knew we had kids to go back to. But when they took my kids, I was like, I could do this full time. So, I met this guy. He looked like Wiz Khalifa. He looked just like Wiz Khalifa. And he was like my like sneaky leak. I met him on Instagram. He came over. He ate my pussy real good. And then we just we weren't rocking like that, but we hooked up. So when our first time, like, we hooked up, whatever, he ate me good or whatever, we hunched. And then we went on our first outing or whatever, and I wanted to try coke. I'm gonna tell y'all, because these are my stories. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the, you know, the what it can bring. I want y'all to know, because, you know, one thing about me, I'm going to, what's the word? I'm gonna use my testimony. I'm gonna use it as a testimony of what I've been through, and y'all could take it as it resonates. So this is my testimony on doing that stuff. So I wanted to try it. The only reason why I want to try it, because so many girls lose a lot of weight on coke. And at the time, I was gaining a lot of weight because I was working. And I was working from home. And mind you, at the time, my child got taken from me. My daughter and my dad, my son or whatever, he was already living with his dad. His dad had custody of him or whatever. So I was just lonely and depressed. So I had my little sneaky link. And he was the street pharmacist too. And but anyway, I had him, and I was like, I want to try coke. So I went and got some coke. He got it for me. It wasn't a good batch. Now I'm telling y'all, this time I came a gangsteress, because I'm learning the cuts and stuff. Like, not all that stuff is good. Like, that night when they put that in my water, that was a good cut, because that was potent. Like, shout out to my hood pharmacist for real. That was a good that was good coke. It was, because I was high. Like, I had a whole out of body. I like Michael Jackson moonwalk all the way home, like, for real. That was some good coke. But when I went with this guy that I met, my sneaky link, Wiz Khalifa, code name, I'm code name him Wiz Khalifa. But when I went with him or whatever, I snorted it, like, because I ain't buy that much, I just bought a little bit. But I snorted it and made my pussy leak. Like, what Future see? I put it in her nose and it made the pussy leak. It made it leak. Like, I had a quick orgasm, but after that, it didn't work. And, you know, gratitude for being a starseed, because I'm learning about my vessel and the power of having a soul. When you got a soul, it absorbs drugs. And I don't know if that's something I was supposed to tell, but it's truth in that. When you got a soul, your body can absorb toxins. Not all of them, though, because some of these drugs are more potent. And so it can get you an out-of-body experience. And that's what you got to be careful of, because that's how they get you. But my body absorbs drugs. So it has to be the purest form of cocaine for my body to take it. That's why I say that. Don't be surprised when y'all see Queen powder out here, for real. Joking, but not joking. For real. But that cut he gave me wasn't good. Like, it just did that quick second. But after that, when I took little doses of it, it ain't do shit for me. I thought it was gonna, like, curb my appetite. That's all I wanted it to do. I wanted it to, like, kill my appetite so I could lose weight. And, you know, I've been battling my weight my whole life. It goes up and down, depending on the moves, the vibes. And y'all know I don't put on, but the only reason why I really put on, because I ain't going outside and hanging out like I used to. I used to walk every day, but this heat, this Florida heat, took away my walking, because walking is the easiest workout to keep your weight down. I usually do hard workouts outside, but it's just been so hot, so I have to do them inside. And it, you know, it's, for some reason I feel like the outside, because you got the like the air and the atmosphere, it motivates you to work out. But when you're inside, it makes you less likely to want to work out. But anyway, so I took that or whatever, and we had a good time that night. And I told you he the pharmacist, so we, you know, we had other stuff going on. We had pills and drugs. We had a good time. I had a good time with him. I liked him, actually. I really did like him. But he wasn't consistent. Like, I tried to take him, like, I tried to make him my boyfriend, but he didn't want to be my boyfriend, because, like I said, they treat star seeds like crap down here, so they don't want to be seen with star seeds. So we had a good time in his crib. We had a kickback. We made some flicks. I ain't gonna lie, Queen After Dark, that's coming soon, Queen After Dark. But I made some flicks with him. And one thing about Queen, I told you I ain't sugarcoating this. I ain't no angel. So I love making videos. I used to love making flicks, like when my boyfriends. I made a lot of flicks. So don't be surprised y'all see me going viral on some flicks, for real, because I love making flicks. I learned, you know, you can't do that. Well, I guess I ain't start with that until I realized, like, I had, because I told y'all I wanted to be, what's the word, prestigious. But when like, after all the stuff I went through I got trauma stories for days and tell us two cities, y'all. But I went through a lot of trauma, like jail, mental homes, like all that stuff. I went through a lot of stuff, and it made me give up on my dream of being a philanthropist, a leader. You know, it made me give up on that dream. So, you know, the game turned you out to the streets. That's what it is. It's a game, for real. So, you know, doing that street life, I said, well, I'm gonna just have fun because I had my kids young. I never did that. I was always by the book girl. You know, I raised my children correctly. Like, I did things by the book. Like, I was always a, like, do-gooder. I was a goody-goody. So, after they took my kids away, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna be ratchet. I'm gonna live my life for me. And that's what happened. So, I started doing flicks and doing wild shit, you know. Anyway, long story short, so I wanted to go out on this date with this guy, but he didn't want to go on a date with me, of course, because they do the star seeds dirty, and I offered to pay for the date, and he didn't want to go. So and I just think he was inconsistent, and I'm like, he just called me over the hunch, and his text was not good. Like, it wasn't good to me. And then I'm like, I'm doing all this trying to get you off, and it's not, I'm not getting anything from this. Like, he didn't make me orgasm. And I was trying so hard to get him to feel good, but it didn't. Like, he didn't like the fellatio, because he liked that wild, like, porn star fellatio. And I said, I can't do that because I'm a passionate lover. I like passionate sex. I don't like wild, freaky sex. This is not me. But anyway, but the only reason why I liked him because we had such a good time that night. We got that that coke or whatever. It's so funny, but I ended up cutting him off because I was like, this ain't going nowhere because you don't even want to be my boyfriend. I'm like, at least you could have been my boyfriend for sure because we could have had fun together. But yeah, but I just figured the universe was telling me you ain't supposed to be doing that. So that's why I just took that as is, and I went on my merry way with life or whatever. And after him, actually, that's the reason I stayed celibate after him, because I was like, I ain't getting nowhere with these guys. I'm not, if the sex is not good, why are you having sex? So that's what made me not want to have sex. And then also I met this other guy. We didn't never have relations, but he was like a pimp or whatever. And he was in the music industry too. And I thought he was gonna put me on, but of course, you know, they hate star seeds. He didn't put me on, but he gave me a lot of great advice. And he was telling me, if you can't talk to a guy for 3 months without having sex with them, he's not the guy for you. And I told him straight up, I said, that's no guy, because I say all the guys like push to force themselves on me. It's not that I'm easy, it's just every guy I meet, they force themselves on me. Like, they bully you to have sex with them. And I said, you might be right, but I'm like, if that's the case, I'm gonna just be celibate forever, because they all do that. And I listened to him and I took his advice, and that's why I remained celibate. And it was so easy for me to stay celibate for so long, because I peeped that. I'm like, okay, every guy you meet really do try to jump in bed with you. And they say it's because I'm pretty. I don't know, but I just figured because they always trying to sleep with the star seeds or whatever. So I was like, it's easy for me to stay celibate. So I gratitude for that guy. Like, he was a pimp. He told me the game too, and I was scared of him because after he told me he was a pimp, I ghosted him because I was like, I ain't finna be tricked out. I see these movies and hear these stories about these pimps and stuff. I be scared. Like, I don't want to be, I'm too precious because I'm a good girl, for real. Like, I do wild stuff from time to time, but I'm not wild enough to, like, go be in a house with a pimp and a bunch of whores and get beat up by a pimp. And I know it's a reason behind that. It's a reason why pimps do have to beat whores, because they whorish. Being a whore is witchcraft. That's witchcraft. It's evil, it's devious, it's conniving, and you can still kill and destroy being a whore. That's why they have to beat whores. That's why they have to beat whores. They have to beat you when you're a whore. It's like, it's the rule, it's a fact. And I know why. I see their character. They're evil. I see all the evil things that these lesbians have done to me. They set me up to get raped, so I know they're evil. They do need to be beat. They need to be beat because they're evil. It's like when you have a lot of sex, you have a lot of spirits on your body. And the spirits allow you to rage out of control. You go in jealous rages. You have personal vendettas. You be hunting people, stalking people, trying to destroy people. And sometimes a lot of these people you don't even know. You just doing it. You don't even know why you're doing it. And that's spiritual warfare when you're a whore. No shade to the whores. You got to get it how you live. This is a game. Everybody has an assignment, but that wasn't my assignment. The universe gifted me with wisdom, enlightenment, and in knowledge and truth. So you can set, you could set the tone. You could be the change maker, and you can create the order. He said, okay, because, I believe all things work in balance. There's no such thing as good or evil, but there's balance. And when I say balance, it's a scale to this game. So whatever you do devious, if that scale drops all the way down, them devious deeds swallow you and consume you and kill you and destroys the game. So then they send light workers, star seeds, to keep the balance. So that make sure you doing everything on a level plane. Whether it's this, the scale is like this, or the scale is like this, it just can't drop. And that's why they send the star seeds, because they know the light, they're the balance between light and darkness. And that's what I am. That's why I feel like the universe had to allow me to experience the drug game, sex trafficking, and all the stuff that I went through, going to jails, hanging with OGs, being on the block, smoking, drinking, all that. I had to experience that because I'm the balance. If I was just goody two shoes, I wouldn't know both sides and why it works in the balance, why things work the way they work. And I know that. So it's my job to keep the balance. That's why I say I'm a beautiful madam. Beautiful madam. Like the universe graced me to be a madam. People have a bad stigma. Well, it's not, because madams come in so many forms. Y'all heard of Madam C.J. Walker, for real. So madams come in so many different forms, but I feel like the universe aligned me to be the madam because I am the balance. I'm the balance between light and darkness. Like, you know the game. You know how to take care of your children too, so you can make sure the scales always stay balanced. And that's why, because some people are on assignment to do the drugs. Some people are on assignment to have the sex. And I'm not downplaying their assignment at all. Don't get me wrong, but when you, anything, too much of anything is not good for you. So you have to learn the balance. It's just like drugs. If you choosing to do drugs, there's plenty of healthy crackheads. It's plenty of healthy crackheads. It's plenty of healthy crackheads. But some people over abuse them. You can't abuse this. Just like alcohol. Like, I like to drink, but I used to be to the point where I drink and got drunk and have those out of body experiences, and you wake up, you don't remember what's going on. That's not good. That's not healthy. You know, so you have to know the balance. That's why I just use it right now for manifestation. That means I'm taking sips. I'm not getting drunk. I might get a little tipsy. And as I get tipsy, I form new thoughts. I new ideas, new views, new perspectives, new wisdom, new enlightenment, new ways that restore the balance. But if I was getting pissy drunk every day, that's not healthy. And that's how you fall into stagnancy. So balance is key. And that's what I learned being the big OG. Y'all, I'm taking y'all to school for real. I'm taking y'all to school for real. But that's why I share these stories, because I want y'all to know, like, you know, the universe had me to go through the imperfections so you could learn the balance. And that's why I'm here to tell y'all, like, too much of anything is not good for you. You got to learn the balance in these things. And I gratitude, like, you know, that I am a big madam for real, because I'm the mama. Like, I'm going to look out for my young ladies. I'm going to look out for my young men. I'm going to look out for everybody. I'm going to look out for everybody because I'm the mother of all creation. I'm a big mama for real. People don't know the meaning of big mama. But big mama keeps the balance. Big mama makes sure people doing what they need to do to keep the order and keep things flowing and going. And that's why Big Mama had to go through all those things. That's why I had to do those experimentations and experiment with the drugs. Be out here in these streets for real. Like, that's why. And, you know, I always wanted to be prestigious, but, you know, you could walk the walk and talk the talk. So, you know, the universe may align me to be that. Because I used to want to be a politician so bad, but politicians are not, they're liars. They're thieves. They're evil. You know, I wanted to be a politician to be a change maker within my community, because I grew up in this. I grew up around this poverty. I grew up around these lack mindsets. I grew up in this. So I really wanted to be a change for my community. So my reasons for entering to be a politician was not for, you know, those things. But, you know, you learn in the game, politicians only work for whatever favors they get. So, you know, I learned, you know, you have everything in you. You don't need nobody to give you a title. Give yourself a title. That's why I call myself the hood politician, because I go out here and school y'all. I enlighten y'all. I give y'all the wisdom. I give y'all direction. I show y'all balance. I show y'all balanced, abundant energy. Queendom come. Senora Chavez, the motion, the movement, the campaign. I am here. The time is now. Now is us. So that's why I did this quick, you know, light beat and chill. So I wanted to share that story and just show you how much I've grown and progressed from it. And, you know, just trying to fit in and trying to find yourself and find your way. And I just have gratitude. Like, the universe was showing me, like, this is not the way you want to go. I tried it to relieve pain from the fact that, you know, I'm like, y'all taking everything from me. Y'all took my career. Y'all took my children. You took everything that I devoted my life to being. And you took everything from me. So I tried to find outlets. And that was through drugs, partying, you know, having sex. and all those things. And the universe had to sit me down. I told you, the universe sit you down and teach you lessons. That's why I had to teach me about my voice, because I was using my voice for bad things. So it taught me about my voice and the power in my voice. So I learned to collaborate all my gifts. In those 5 years, I started drawing, I started dancing, I started working out, I started going to nature, I started reading, I started writing. I've been reading, writing my whole life, y'all. Y'all know I'm a big nerd for real. But I've been doing those things. But in that sit down period where I had to stay celibate, I really tapped into my gifts: sewing, designing clothes, writing books. Like, I just tapped into my spiritual gifts. And then I learned to use, you know, you can use these gifts to work in the balance. And this is where the album came from. This is where the music came from. All that pain, all that passion, all that purpose. And that's why the Pure Water EP is out now. Queen ENT Basement Music Group. Follow me on Facebook. Queen ENT on Facebook. Follow me on all platforms. Like, subscribe, share this video. But I want to do this on Light Beat and Chill and just show y'all like the journey and where I come from and how your choices can either make or break you. So no matter what you've done, you can still come out and rise like a phoenix. And that's exactly what I did. Like, you're not defined by your choices. Then you shouldn't let your choices define you. Your choices should be lessons. That's why I say lessons, not losses, create the best bosses. And I quote Senora Chavez. Those are lessons. You seeing what your body can take. You seeing what your mental can take. You seeing what your physical and spiritual can take. And then you take all those lessons and you grind, you cook them up. You cooking up. I always say I'm cooking up something big. I'm always whipping. I'm always in the kitchen whipping. That's why I'm a trap queen. I'm whipping up. People take, oh, she a trap queen. She's selling drugs. I am selling the drug. It's healing. I'm selling healing. That's the biggest drug. Like, you go to prison for selling healing. People don't know that. You go to prison for selling healing. Because they don't want you to heal. They want you to be in darkness. They want you to be in chaos, destruction, and kill yourself. That's the goal. That is the system. But I'm selling healing. That's why I say I'm a queen pen for real. Because I give healing. I whip up healing every day in the studio. I whip it up. And I sell it in doses. And I'm distributing. You see what I'm saying? I'm distributing healing. That's exactly what I'm doing. And that's why I'm a big gangster for real. Because I got the drugs. I got the real drug. And the real drug is love. That's the real remedy. And they don't want me selling that. So if I get locked up, y'all know what it was. But Queen ENT, Senora Chavez, this was Light Beat and Chill. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Comment, like, share, subscribe. More content coming soon. I love y'all. And y'all, yeah, tell me what y'all want to hear. And we got more story times. We're going to continue with the Tale of Two Cities. The hood comedy, Sodom and Gomorrah. We up, y'all. We up.